Buy now, pay later did not make shopping cheaper. It made being broke feel smoother. That is the trick. You open a checkout page. A $200 jacket suddenly becomes 4 payments of $50. Your brain relaxes. 50 feels manageable. 50 feels responsible. 50 feels almost adult, but nothing about the price changed. Only the pain changed. The cost was not removed. It was sliced thin enough to ignore. That is why this spread so fast. It does not feel like applying for credit. It feels like choosing shipping speed. No bank lobby, no awkward loan form, no person judging your finances. Just one soft button at checkout sitting next to Apple Pay. And here is the part most people miss. The real secret is not late fees. It is not even overspending. It is something deeper. I will show you exactly what it is at the end. But first, you need to see how the product works backward. Old credit cards looked like debt. They came with statements, balances, interest rates, penalties, and shame. The design told you clearly this is borrowing. Buy now, pay later removed the costume. It took the same basic behavior and dressed it like convenience. No scary language, no financial friction, no pause where you ask, wait, am I borrowing money? That matters because humans do not only respond to numbers, we respond to presentation. When debt looks formal, we slow down. When debt looks beautiful, we glide through it. That is why normal money advice misses the point. People say just budget better, just read the terms, just be disciplined. But this does not attack discipline directly. It attacks the moment before discipline wakes up. It makes the decision feel too small to require thought. A $160 purchase becomes $40 today, so your brain files it under small spending. Then another $40 payment appears next week. Then another. Then groceries are due. Then rent is closer than expected. Suddenly your paycheck arrives already crowded, not because one purchase destroyed you, because several tiny decisions booked seats on money you had not earned yet. Who benefits from that confusion? Everyone around the transaction. The store gets a higher chance you finish checkout. The payment company gets volume. Investors get growth. You get the product now and the bill later. That does not make the product evil. It makes the incentive clear. The system is built to reduce hesitation, and hesitation is where your future self speaks. Remember the secret coming later, because this part matters. Wealth is partly the ability to protect future income. Poverty is often the feeling that future income is already spoken for. Buy now, pay later sits exactly between those two realities. It makes future money feel available today. That is why it becomes more dangerous when people use it for ordinary life. Clothes are one thing. But when groceries, gas, and basics start moving into payment plans, the signal changes. It means the future is being pulled forward just to survive the present. Here is the psychological trap. Your brain does not naturally price the full future chain. It prices the first doorway. If the doorway says $25 today, the decision feels like $25. The remaining payments become background noise. This is mental accounting. You put money into imaginary buckets. Groceries, rent, fun, emergency. Buy now, pay later creates a fake bucket called later. Later feels separate from now, but later is not separate. Later is just you with fewer options. That is the quiet damage. You are not only buying shoes, headphones, furniture, or makeup. You are selling flexibility from next month. And flexibility is one of the most underrated forms of wealth. This is where the pattern clicks. Buy now, pay later does not only finance purchases, it redesigns affordability. Old affordability asked, can I pay the full price? Credit cards asked, can I survive the balance? BNPL asks a better designed question. Can I tolerate this tiny slice? That question is easier to answer yes to. It also hides the stack. One plan feels harmless. 3 plans feel normal. 7 plans become invisible until payday. The product wins because it turns a financial decision into a user experience decision. Less friction, less pain, less memory, more conversion. That is brilliant design. It is also dangerous design, because the smoother the payment feels, the less real the sacrifice feels. And the less real the sacrifice feels, the easier it becomes to repeat. You do not remember every small yes, but your bank account does, your calendar does, your future cash flow does. The system remembers what your emotions forgot. Now the stakes become clear. The difference between someone building wealth and someone staying trapped is not always income. Sometimes it is time ownership. The wealthy protect tomorrow's options. The trapped sell tomorrow's options for comfort today. So here is the secret I promised. The real danger of buy now, pay later is not the fee. It trains your brain to treat future income as money you already own. Once that happens, your paycheck stops being a tool. It becomes a delivery truck for old decisions. Money arrives, but it is already assigned. Your future self keeps paying for moments your past self barely remembers. That is how a smooth checkout becomes a rough life. Not instantly, quietly, repeatedly, one tiny slice at a time. So what do you do with this? You do not need to panic. And this is not personal financial advice. You need one rule that protects your future self. Before using any payment plan, ask one question. Would I still buy this if the full price left my account today? If the answer is no, the product may not be affordable. It may only be emotionally discounted. That difference matters. Affordable means your present life can carry the cost. Discounted means your emotions made the cost feel smaller. That question brings the pain back into focus. And pain is not always bad. Sometimes pain is information. It tells you when a purchase is stealing flexibility. The goal is not to fear every payment tool. The goal is to notice when a tool changes your behavior. Rich people do not become rich because they never use credit. They become rich because they understand what every financial tool is doing to their future options. If this changed how you think about money, there is one more thing you need to see next. Because another common habit looks responsible on the surface but quietly keeps people broke. Watch that next. And if this was worth your time, you know what to do.